Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. How is everyone doing? Okay. Rough start again, but that's part of my streams at this point. Um, yeah, so today will probably be a slightly shorter stream. I am very tired. I didn't get enough sleep today, and yeah, I might not be able to do the full 3 hours this time. Also, my my phone battery is almost empty, which is very bad. Yeah, I've talked about me and my chargers and cables in general and how they're always broken. And this is an instance of this. I put my phone on the charger like an hour ago and it didn't charge at all. So even though I did make sure that it was charging, I guess it kind of disconnected afterwards. Yeah. So I hope my phone can survive until I end stream today. If not, then, well, I guess we'll have to live without chat. No, that's not really an option. But as you can see, I am in a blank world, not the CTM world that we used to build on. And don't worry, we are going to be working on the CTM map today. But I want to showcase something that I've been working on since yesterday. And you remember when I talked about that horror map that I may or may not want to build? So I decided to build a little prototype and just make sure that the pathfinding works. And this is my own pathfinding model. I need to make sure that, you know, I have no idea how pathfinding actually works in real game development. I have no idea how it's properly done. This is just what I came up with personally. It might not be the most well optimized tag. It might, well, it works perfectly, but it feels janky to me personally. But yeah, let me showcase it. So right here we have the tracker for the enemy in this map, which yeah, will be, if placed on a block, turn that block blue. This is now the marked block for the entity. Now the player is marked as red. And if I just go and say I stand right over here, I have not implemented any actual rooms, so there's no way of tracking the player right now, but this is what we have. So if I say I stand over here and I activate the pathfinding. Right, I can type. Then you will see it finds the quickest way to the player. And right, talking of this works perfectly. Oh wait, does it? Oh no, it actually does. My bad. It just looks like this path would be quicker, but it's actually both are same. Because if we go ahead and take a look, I can type. If you go and take a look, those two get activated at the same time, then these two, and they both meet back here. So makes perfect sense. It did look off to me, but well, it's correct. So I can also place myself somewhere else. Let's make it simple. Right over here. It should take this path to the right, up, and then two to the right. Let's see. Yep, it does. And that's I've literally built this in like an hour, and then now it says 2 hours because I've been AFK in this world for a little bit and did a lot of testing, but it was basically finished within 1 hour. I can go ahead and find a different position. Let's say the entity is over here and I am at the very end. Like you can see, big path that you would need to take. And it finds it perfectly. Now the way this works is, let me actually demonstrate it by turning down the tick speed. Tick rate 1. So now it runs really slowly. I will let it run once in this speed and then I'll explain how I did it. So yeah, you can see the blocks are placed and then an entity is placed on top of them. And they fill out the entire playing field until they reach the red block. And then the green blocks, which is the quickest path, gets tracked back to the entity until it arrives. And now, hey Aioli, welcome. I am showcasing my pathfinding model that I did just yesterday. And the way this works is once I start the pathfinder, also this what is it called? The scoreboard. This block right here gets tracked, it sees okay, the score is 1, so it sends out a signal. This happens 4 times. So let's say this is where the entity stands. It sends out a signal to north, to east, to south, and then to the west in this direction. And it applies, or it spawns entities with names and tags that correspond to the direction. So north gets an entity called 1, south, east gets an entity called 2, and so on until we reach 4. This is all that the gray blocks do. So you see 4 times for 4 different directions. Then we have the black blocks. What they do is they simply color in the block where the entity stands. For some reason, Minecraft decides that it should render the block before the entity. I don't know. That's kind of how Minecraft's rendering works. I didn't do it. It's just how it works. But officially, the block gets placed after the entity, even though it doesn't look like it. This is just to make sure that that not too many entities are placed. It's like a filler that says this block has already been checked. You don't need to check it again. What happens afterwards is, or not afterwards, but once the entities hit the red block, the entire process gets stopped and it looks at all the entities that have been placed so far and it tracks them back. So you see how the entities all have different numbers based on the direction that they go. These numbers can be used to track the path back. So you can see this goes in the direction of south, which means that the entity that gets placed here is placed 3. This is the number. And based on that, if we invert that, we can say, okay, it came from this direction. And this is how this entire path gets tracked backwards until it reaches the entity. And this is what the blue, what does the blue block do? Ah, yes, this is part of what that does. It makes sure that no, never mind. That is something that I had to place in between because the pathfinding would mess up if the scoreboard was kept at 1. My bad, sorry. Green is the one that makes sure that all the blocks get placed, that it tracks back properly. I can let it run one more time. You can see it found the quickest way back to the blue block. And yeah. And the rest is just some Minecraft stuff that needed fixing, some bugs. And yeah. This is basically it. So again, I have no idea how it works in actual programming and whatever. This is just what I personally came up with. It might not be the most optimized or well-made build of this, but it's what I did within 1 hour using only command blocks. So yeah, one more time, because it's satisfying, I will, I don't know, place the entity here, the block over here, and it should take this path directly, just one diagonal up. Yeah, it did. Yeah, and I'm going to use that for the pathfinding of the entity in this horror map. That's what I'm doing this for. Yeah, thanks, Dioli. That makes me happy. It's so fun coming up with these short projects and just finishing it within a reasonable amount of time. Yeah. And let's see. So it's, of course, not really implemented with anything. It's just a standalone tool right now. But I don't want to make the horror map on stream, I think. It's more of a off-stream kind of project. Maybe if I build something, I'll do it on stream. But yeah, I'm going to update you all as I make progress. So yeah. So now that we're done with that, it's time to go back. I just quit the wrong world. That's my bad. Damn. One moment. Yeah, thanks for that, really. Like as I said, I am completely tired of Minecraft horror maps using basic in-game AI for the entities, and so I wanted to fix that myself. And that's what I'm doing. Okay, can stream please connect? Oh no, it can't because I have the game capture turned off. Perfect. Connect, please. Is that the wrong one? Yes, it is. Okay, sorry for the extended black screen. That's my bad. Okay, and the next thing, as you may already be able to tell, we have some special new blocks, or in this case, foliage items down here. And that is because I finally updated. We are now playing on 1.21.6, which is the newest version. I think just came out like a few days ago. They made sure all my mods are working, as you can see. They're all here. This is my mods list. And yeah, so we have some new blocks to work with, which is a thing that I was really looking forward to. Yeah, genau. Yeah, right. That I keep mixing in some random German words here and there. Just muscle memory, I guess. Yeah, and last time what we did was finish the right side of this castle. And today I want to finish this entire thing. I mean, from the outside at least. So this is the buildings that we are working with today. Are my keybinds set up? Yes, they are. Hey, that's nice. Feel free to share if you want. Okay, so yeah, my inventory is set back because of the version change. I need to get back into building. All I did yesterday was building with comment blocks. Okay, we have a few buildings. I think I still want to add to them at least a little bit. Like some of these little pillars right on the side. Maybe. Perhaps. Or maybe not. It's kind of already very narrow down here. Yeah, again, today is probably going to be a slightly shorter stream because I'm very tired. Just so you know, I will keep going as long as I can, but I might not talk too much or like, yeah. Today I'm very tired. I had to get up early and didn't sleep in, or didn't manage to fall asleep in time, which is a very rare thing for me. Usually I fall asleep instantly, but this time not, I guess. Okay, I'm talking more than I'm building again, so let's get to copying the gradients. Did I just throw the block away? Yes, I did. Okay, so the structure is obviously not quite done, I think. Hey, yo, you had the champions. And how did it go? Did you win? Hopefully you did. Maybe a pillar could fit in right here. Just extending like slightly above the playing area, so it stands out just a little bit, enough to be noticed. This can be blocked off, but I'll do that later. What do we do with this? I think I'll just leave it open like this, add a little railing on the side. Though 2 blocks and a railing might be very narrow, so I could just add like some blocks around and connect them using some extra blocks like this. Hey, that's amazing. I would love to look at that. If you have time to send it to me later, or I don't know when. I'm definitely interested. I feel like this might be a weird spot, but let me just test this out. Adding some extra depth might work, but might not, so I need to be careful. I think when looking from below, like here, this could look great, but when looking from up above, it's very not centered and out of place. So let's not go with that. This can be filled in, though maybe not with yellow wool. You know what? I'm not even going to mess with the layout for now. Let's just get to building. They will honestly keep it simple for today. I was thinking, how do I get it to the right rotation? But it is in the right rotation. Because it's only deep slate, and deep slate, I think... Wait, my brain just stopped for a moment. I switched versions, but as it seems, Axiom copied over my... yeah, it did copy over my keybinds. That's nice. Didn't know mods could do that now, but I guess they can. Wait, maybe the corner should be a little darker. Okay, well, I'm listening to the song and I'm thinking, I have not finished Nier Automata yet, and it's been a really long time. I kind of want to pick it up again. I could stream it. That might be an option, because I'm not sure how much progress I would make if I were to play it offline, or if I would even ever finish it. But I do want to play it again. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sometimes you just need to get into it and get into the mood, like have some good music in the background, and that's all it takes. Just getting into that vibe of playing. Um, Okay, we need some stairs. Of the new spawn eggs. I think the textures themselves are amazing. Like, they did a great job on them. But they do look way too big now. Like, it makes sense that the warden spawn egg is bigger than the chicken spawn egg. But something about this still kind of feels off. I don't know. Maybe it's also just that I'm not used to it. Wait, what was that? What was I looking for? Stairs. Right. Let's get, or do I have the stairs? No, I don't. Okay. So let's get all of the stairs over again. Cobbled deep slate is good. Normal deep slate stairs don't exist for whatever reason. What do we need? Mossy cobblestone? Yes. Coral doesn't exist. Andesite. Okay. Okay, honestly, I think having these be a little bit darker on the bottom makes more sense. And from here, what do we do? I think... Oh, we've not really worked with Chisel Tough yet, right? Would it feel out of place if I started to place some of those? It's amazing blocks, but it's you need to find a place where they fit in. You know what? Why not? Then continue, maybe placing stairs like this all around the place. And honestly, just a full block for this one. Or does it go too far from the rest of the... Honestly, it could work. Let's just try it out and see where it's going. This stair is not rotated correctly. Well, actually, this could be nice. So we need some different stairs again. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I totally get that. Yeah, take your time with the video. And yeah, you know, I totally get that. If I don't start editing the moment I have my editing software up, I don't start editing at all. Okay. I'll just stay with andesite for the playable areas for now. I'm saying for now because most likely the block will change later on. Well, not only most likely, it will change later on. I don't want it to be just blank andesite. Though it is a nice looking block. And how about we... I need some more chiseled block, not chiseled, polished. Is this finally the time to use polished basalt? Maybe? Or do I just go with basic polished deep slate? It is a great block. Maybe on this side. Wait. The deep slate was rotated incorrectly. I just noticed, yeah. Um, yeah, honestly, this works. And now we just need some stairs on top. Oh, we need more color variations of stairs. Definitely. When I was still building in 1.12.2, which was the original version that I did everything in Minecraft, I had a mod installed that would give me access to all variations of stairs and slabs. So every single block in the game had a stair and slab variation, which opened so many doors for building. Like for a water themed level that I built, I had this I used a lot of what is it called? Prismarine? Is it called that in English? Yeah, Prismarine. And having stair versions of those. Well, they exist now. Since when? It's actually been so long I don't even remember. They might have actually added them with 1.13, which was the aquatic update. Would make sense actually. Um, but yeah, I believe, if I'm not completely stupid right now, I believe in 1.12.2, stair versions of Prismarine blocks didn't exist. And if they did exist, there was still some other blocks that I had to use. Like, I know for a fact that stair iron and gold blocks don't exist. And I definitely used some of those. So yeah, this was actually such a long story of my journey with the older versions at first, and then slowly switching over to newer versions. I think it started when Blockbuster mod updated to a newer version. Blockbuster mod is the mod that I use for filmmaking. And I've actually talked about that when I was still speaking German. But yeah, let's just talk about it again, I guess. So I always loved making movies in Minecraft, and even though most of them never got published or anything, I did make a lot. And also just for myself or for friends. Um, and I used to use Blockbuster mod for everything because it lets you control multiple actors at once while being alone on a single player world. So you could record one player's movement, then another player's movement, then another one's, and so on. And it also had a built-in camera feature, which let you edit and like make all kinds of camera stuff. And I was really bound to 1.12.2 because of that mod, because it was basically my only way to create films like that on my own. And so when the mod eventually updated to I think now it's called what was it? BBS Studio or BB, I don't know, something like that. But it updated to a newer version, and that kind of completely screwed up all my plans, but it also opened so many new doors because I already had a lot of trouble using the older versions of Minecraft because of block limitations or wacky comment block stuff. Um, and so when that mod updated finally, I on one side kind of quit making stuff for a while because I had a full new program to learn. But I still haven't done that, by the way. There's not a single movie that I've created with the new mod, but the plan was there, okay? And yeah, that was like the initial point where I switched for the first time. And ever since then, I couldn't really look back anymore. Like, even though I've not made a full movie since then, it was still like the push that I needed to get into the newer versions. I think if that mod didn't update, I would still be building on 1.12.2. Yeah, and for anyone wondering why that version specifically is because it was, I think, the most modded and most mod supported version of the game. Like, you had every single mod imaginable on that version. And so it was easier to build something with that. And I need to keep my inventory organized this time. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, and then all those things happened. Like, I paused my biggest project in order to start streaming. And yeah, stuff just kind of evolved from there. Didn't lead anywhere yet, but takes time, you know. And I hope that I will soon be able to create fun movies again. It's just this pain of all those absolutely massive ideas that were never that I was never able to turn into a real thing because of resource limitations. Like, doing everything alone is a huge task. And when talking about big movies with massive set pieces and so many actors and all the things and skills that you would need to learn on your own is so challenging. And I'm sure everyone who's tried to create a big project on their own knows exactly what I'm talking about. Those things, while possible, take so much time and effort that you already know I don't have. That, yeah, that I kind of had to pause everything. This gradient is not it. No, no, it's not. Let's try that again. Yeah, I'm struggling to find the point, but yeah. Making stuff is fun, making it alone is exhausting. Most of the times, of course. Again, there will always be people or whatever, someone who is able to make all of these things on their own. People are either extremely talented in every skill that they need, or people that just have an insane amount of endurance. Uh, and that's honestly great. But it didn't really work out for me. So yeah, here we are now. What am I even building? Okay, let me get the yellow wool out. This is the only way I can work properly. Yeah, again, I might need to repeat myself a few times today. I am very tired and not really there, so have patience with me. Like, I'm not able to work to my fullest as I usually do today. Oh, okay, finally. I just needed to shut up for a moment. Yeah, that looks better. Way better now. And this side is honestly fine. Maybe I could add a little bit more dark spots to the top. But apart from that, yeah, that's fine. Though the railing is not quite it. What have we done here? Maybe I will try to stay in one style for now. So let's just get the blocks over. Oh wait, it's all, yeah, okay, it all works with the stairs. Okay, okay. Let's get rid of all those iron bars again. And what was I doing? Ah, yes, okay, okay. Mm, that works. Yeah, okay, okay. And I feel like repeating myself the entire time, like saying over and over again that I'm just going to be a little bit more quiet, but I need to stop doing that. I know recapping can be a very good thing to do when you want to get new viewers in, but doing it too often can also be disruptive to the flow. And I feel like if I don't stop myself, I will just keep repeating myself and like disrupt the flow. So I need to, I need to mentally stop myself every time. Okay, this is fine. Maybe, yeah, just having this one more up so it stands out a little more. Okay, and now what's missing is basically this huge wall. Do we just go with the same gradient again? Yeah, I guess we do. Okay, so we have a corner here, meaning I would like to have this a little bit more light. There is a... Let's connect this. There's a mountainside here, so right at this corner is going to be a little bit darker. So this hits the top very soon, so at the very top it would be a little bit lighter again. Yeah, now looking at this, I actually might go back after finishing this map and, or not even finishing this map, but just someday off stream and make the shading a little bit more soft to look at. I have already said that, but it is a very hard shading. So it goes from very dark to very bright. Yeah. That's actually not a problem. Just reworking or like retexturing. The gradient itself is great. Like I don't need to change out the placement of the blocks, just the blocks itself. And that is very easy because I can just go into the editing mode, drag the block in, and then paint over. Do this for every block and it's basically finished. Okay, this gets a little bit darker. Because it is in a corner and also under a roof, not exposed to the sky. I wanted to say sun, but there is no sun, but so it doesn't really make sense. And yeah, right at this bottom part. So this is in between two towers. Oh god. Yeah, I might need to block this off. I don't even just, what am I trying to say? Might is the wrong word. I must block it off. So that's what I was searching for. And this is going to be very dark. Actually, I might be fitting to get the blackstone out. Because it's between two walls, under a roof, not exposed to the sky. This is a very dark spot. Same goes for this place, though not quite as bad anymore. Where's there a hole? A hole. Damn. Oh no. That was moss, I hope. Yeah, and also my nose really hasn't really been with me these last couple of days. I don't know if it's allergies or if I've got a cold or something. So I'm usually not the kind of person who gets sick very often. Like I actually don't get sick at all most of the times. But I guess even I need to sometimes have something. Yeah, well, I can work with this. Need some more layouting, but apart from that, looks great, I think. So if we just stay with the design that we've had so far. Two blocks, does it fit? What even is this connection? Yeah, this needs to be connected, but not in this way. I can make this look better. Or have a better connection, maybe even down here. Honestly, yeah, maybe. Or something from the side, like going here through a secret passage. Having one of those wood type of platforms that lead to the side. Something like that. As you can see, I'm doing this very simply, like the stairs don't really have much pattern to it. It's just there is a tough block behind the stair, so I put a tough stair and at that place. Same goes for here, we have a darker block in the back, so I place darker stairs. And here we have a lighter block, so I use lighter stairs. Very simple, but it works. Okay, now for the railing. Okay, honestly, not too bad. Could be a lot worse. Oh wait, I forgot about this place. This is still a very dark place though, so yeah, I guess that needs to work like that. I'm really struggling today, I'm sorry. Um oh damn, wait, have we already done it? I mean, yeah, okay, there's yeah, let's do some inside stuff. So when you first get in here, what is the gameplay plan? Where is the player going? Where are we going to reach? Maybe we have a little entrance to the second building right at this point. This is already already to connect to the outside, which works well. Meaning we only really need a staircase. And we need to get rid of some of those stones right here. Okay, that's a lot better now. And from now on, I'm going to use andesite as my filler block because I can't stand the yellow wool anymore. It gets really annoying right now. Okay. Oops. Okay, so we have the entrance right here. It leads to this rather big room. I don't know what I'm going to do with it exactly, but we're going to find something. This leads to the inside of the wall. I mean, we do have some explorable parts of the wall. But I think in this case, I actually want to block it off. I feel like having one playable part of this is enough. And now let me Just close this off. Oh wait, was that stairs? Oh no. No, it just had to happen, right? So many. Okay, now it's properly blocked off. Just for the other side now. Okay. Don't worry about the yellow wool. I'm going to deal with that. Okay, so now we are in this room, and what are we doing here? Firstly, make this a little bit more pleasing to look at. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now this was slightly too far. Okay, that's fine now. We need a staircase upwards, I think. Actually, just in... never mind, not in this corner because of the entrance. So how about right here? That actually works. So with that, basically everything is connected. I just need to make some of the layouts for this room. So we have an entrance up here, which makes me want to... do we treat this as a whole new floor? I guess we do. Okay, meaning we need another staircase up. And I'm just going to use the same place for that again. But this gets very narrow, right? If I do this instead. What stairs are we using? Stone bricks for now. Oh wait, I forgot about... Oh yeah, no. My bad. Which also means, oh, that screws with my entire plan. Okay. I can still do it. Why did it... Oh no, it makes sense. My bad. Okay. Now if I do this, do we still have enough room so that it's very, very close? Maybe actually if I just move this entire staircase one to the side. Yeah, that honestly works out better, I think. Okay, this is very simple, I'm aware, but doesn't mean that I can't do anything with this. Yeah, maybe some shelves like on the wall, a carpet down here. Okay, that's not very interesting, I know, but you get the point. But there's still one more floor to go. Let me just quickly fix this. And this up here. And we are already reaching the... oh, I really can't do this today, man. I can't, sorry. Okay. This could honestly make for some very interesting out-of-bounds exploration. Maybe I will actually just add one more simple mini area, like right behind this place. Because of course this is not just going to stay void. There's going to be something here. I just don't quite know what yet. Okay, come, let's do it. It is time to replace all the yellow wool with andesite. Okay, that's nice, honestly. And I do enjoy the layout of this place. Something about this look, like having it layered like this. You see, having this, then this, which is slightly higher, and then this, which is at the very top. Then this, which is even higher. Something about this is very satisfying to look at, I think. This also has part of it, but it's not quite as easy to look at. I think in terms of layout, I do prefer the left side, I believe. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, yeah. I could literally just fall asleep right now. Let's do something simple like placing foliage. Now that we have these new blocks, I do start with these two. Bush. It's just called bush. Okay. This can be mixed in. Wait, one very important thing that I need to make sure. Okay, that's good. I wanted to make sure it's replaceable in survival mode by only placing a block without breaking it. Because I believe there's some bushes in the game where you can't do that. But just places the block above. And does leaf litter make sense? Maybe in the forest. Oh yeah, here in the forest it would make perfect sense. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. Wait, does leaf litter always get placed? Or is it based on... Oh, it's based on rotation. Okay, so no presets then. Also, I really enjoy how I have installed mouse tweaks, which lets me remove or add blocks quickly. But I still do it block for block every time. Like I click every single time. I guess it's just my missing muscle memory. I rarely use mouse tweaks, but I decided to install it this time. Okay, if we were to place leaf litter under trees, of course, makes most sense. But I still need to make sure. Okay, good. Yeah, that's very important. But could we not use a brush to speed this up a little bit more? But if I use this in here, can I randomize the placement? Doesn't seem like I can. I'm sure I can do it using like scripting. But honestly, I've never done that, so I'm not really able to work with that right now. Yeah, time to place leaf litter. I've been waiting for this for so long now. Oh, the hitbox doesn't extend. Oh yeah, that is slightly annoying, I think. But also, well, it depends on how you look at it. For me, I think it's slightly annoying, but it could also be great for some other people. Okay, I need a brush for this. There's no chance I can do this. Um, since when are falling leaves in the... Oh wait, yeah, no, it's the newest version. Right. I was like, usually I have to install a mod for that. What's going on? But yeah, it's in the new update. Even though this drop had a lot less content, I think the content that it added was very nice. Like I really enjoy the new visual stuff. Oh yeah, the leaf litter looks nice. And while we're at it, why not also get the flowers out? Where are they? Natural blocks? Yeah, down here. Dry tall grass is wildflower. Did I just pick a sunflower? Yeah, I did. Crazy. I don't know if tall dry grass is going to work. No, I don't think. Where in the desert it is. So, yeah. I guess I'm just going over this place, replacing some of the flowers. I do think I need to go through this systematically because otherwise there's going to be a lot missing in the end. Oops. Why is it doing that? Sometimes if I replace grass, it just places two at once. For some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, there again. Did you see it? But does it also add a shadow or is it just the tree? Might be both, actually. maybe not every tree needs litter, but the ones at the top right here definitely do need some. A lot even. It's just very annoying to place if you want to place a lot of it over a big like radius. Maybe with this. Oh no, this looks horrible. I tried. I guess this is just a task that you need to take your time with. But it's the perfect thing to do today. Ah. If I can make it float. Okay, I keep it in mind. It's floatable. That's a weird word. You get what I mean. Yeah, like it's the little details. It adds so much to this area. Just having these leaves scattered around the place. Maybe if I just hold down left click and rotate around while placing. Let me turn off Tinker and what was it that lets me force place? Right. This just makes sure that I cannot place blocks on top of each other. Because as you can see now it's on, now I can place them. Now it's off, now I can't. I'm pressing right click, it doesn't work. Ooh, I've lost some leaf litter. Okay, yeah, this might be one way of speeding it up. Though it's very obvious that it's not normally placed. You can definitely see that I just rotated around while placing. Oh, come on, Axiom, please give me a way to randomize the leaf litter. That would be so practical. I need it. Is that too much? I don't know. I think the first tree that I placed, this is a good amount, I believe. This also. This might be a little bit too much, actually. That makes sense because these trees have a lot more. Wait, hold on. Doesn't the leaf litter spawn naturally while leaves are falling from trees? Do I have a game rule for that? Doesn't seem like it. Well, okay. This is just a little too much. Look, I really like these blocks. They look amazing. But I think the way it places them should be different. One way that I would personally fix it right now is to, instead of going by player direction, like you see it places them based on where I am rotated at, just go by where the player is looking. Like if I look at this corner, place the leaf litter at this corner. This is how I would personally fix it. Of course, I don't know what technical limitations Mojang has, but I'm sure as the most sold game on the market, they have the money. Okay, I'm not here to complain. These blocks are, or this foliage is amazing. And I do believe that it will add a lot to this map. I just need to be mindful of how I place it. So it would technically make sense to have leaf litter scattered throughout this part. Though, would people notice that there is a tree above? You know what? I think it's those little details that can add a lot. Most people are not going to notice, but those who are not going to notice, I think will be very pleased with this detail. Okay, this goes a lot further than I thought. Okay, let's just say for the sake of simplicity, there's no wind in this area. So the leaves won't blow too far away. Okay, I cannot replace the... What is it called? Or... Just needed to make sure, so I know how to position my mouse. Oh. Okay, okay, this is really weird if you don't look up. But if you do, it makes a lot of sense. Let's just hope that players are going to notice the tree above. And did I just mess up for myself because now I have to do it for every tree? Okay, so you see how leaf litter is an amazing block. Or, well, litter, but it is in its current state not... I cannot place so much. This amount is just way too much. I need to get rid of it. Because otherwise I'm going to be painting and stuff with leaf litter for the rest of my life. Instead, let's just go for some simple bushes. In fact, why don't I just apply these using a gradient or noise painter. So what do we have? We have 70% air, 10% normal. Or I just typed out bush in my on my keyboard. when I'm trying to type in numbers. Wait, I want less bushes than tall grass. Let's say 25% grass, 5% bushes. Okay, and the way we place this is if there is a grass block below. And if the block is either air, oh wait, either air or short grass, just to make the replacing simpler. And 5% is still a lot, right? Also maybe 70% air is a little bit too much. Let's go with 60 instead. Now let's say 2% bushes. Oh yeah, honestly, why not? Why not? The reason why there's no tall grass placed here is because tall grass doesn't really generate, oh damn, doesn't really generate well with the Axiom's noise painter. Okay, one more time now. Okay, good. Let's increase the size. 19 is good. Oh, don't worry, this is just my to-do list that I've placed in the middle of nowhere. Okay, is it placed? Yes, it is. Great. Just a few bushes here and there. 2%. Yeah, okay. Just needed to make sure that it actually placed everything. Don't know why it wouldn't place, but well, today is just one of those days, I guess. And I want to place some dead bushes, a tall dry grass on this desert area. The block below is sand, and the block that's getting replaced is air. Yep. Just need to... Let's do this in patches actually. So I go with splatter. That might be a little bit too much, honestly. Maybe 90%, 10%. And the scale 10 maybe? Let's just include the red sand. Let's try it out in this area. If it's too much or not. But, this is a little bit much, but I guess the rest is completely fine. Yeah, maybe just a little bit less. A tiny bit. If I decrease the scale, we had 10. If I go for, let's go half of that, 5. That did not change a thing. Does it even matter? Yes, it does. Okay. Okay, you know what? 5%. And instead we stay with a scale of 10. Yeah, I can work with that, I guess. Still might need some manual adjustment later, but for now it's good. Um, yeah, okay. Okay, look, I get it. I'm not doing much right now. I'm wasting a lot of time. I think today is just not the day. As sorry as I am, I really want to make progress, but I need to also focus on my health, and I am just way too tired to do anything right now. And yeah, I don't like ending stream early, but I think today it just doesn't work otherwise. So next stream is going to be on Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central European Time. If you want to know when that is in your time zone, please feel free to look at my schedule tab on Twitch. It's up to date. You can look at that, and I did it. I said the outro with no problems. Okay, and I mean we still did some nice progress today, right? Like we colored in all of these buildings, did some of the gameplay in here. And yeah, it's not much, I know, but days like this exist, and let's just take a little break, gather or let me gather my strength, and next time we are going to start building the city for real this time. I've wasted way too much time now. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I see you next time. Bye.